The final content drop of the postseason has dropped for, honestly, one of the better World Series that I can ever remember watching. So we did get some fun new cards, but we also got a few other pieces of content that came out with all of the World Series cards. So let's just get straight into it. And I actually want to start with the postseason and World Series vouchers that we can now exchange for rewards. So if we head into here, let's head into the winning vouchers first and go over. I did pick the Dodgers in the NL to win the World Series. So I do get, first of all, this any chase pack as for getting one correct, and then for getting both correct, I do get a chase player choice pack. And as you guys can tell, the prices on these cards have absolutely tanked. Like this Chipper Jones was like 400 some by now just yesterday. Now it is down to about 155,000 at the moment I record this. So massive price decreases in a lot of these cards. So I would go ahead, and if you guys need to get some of these cards for collections that you still need to do, or whether you just want to try some of these cards out, now is a very good time to go in and buy some of these cards. And a lot of them are fun cards to use, so would recommend doing that if you don't have some of these cards already. Otherwise, if you guys do have losing vouchers to exchange, you get for one of them a deluxe choice pack right here, and then otherwise if you have two losses, you will get a premier choice pack. So nonetheless, either way, you're going to get rewarded pretty well right here. So definitely make sure to exchange those right away, get those packs, and get on your way. Then we also have the World Series program, and I feel like some of these cards don't really need to be talked about as much as others, and there's one card in particular that really stands out to me that I'm looking forward to using, but Will Klein's the first one, just a relief pitcher option if you guys are interested. Davis Schneider here, just another option if you guys are a Blue Jays fan or whatever, but Kike is an interesting card because he can play any position other than catcher. That contact left is tough. Like, even, man, if that was like the contact right, or even a little bit better, like this would be one of the more fun cards to use in the game. I mean, he's fun nonetheless, but that contact, like you can't, I don't know. Taking that online, for example, is going to be tough. We also have Kirk, a catching option. Honestly, a very good card, except that speed, like elite defensive player, going to be matching against lefties, still good against righties as well. Almost a maxed out clutch, just very, very slow. Rojas, the hero in Game 7 with that, honestly, miracle home run that he had. Very good in the field there. He can play all around the infield as well. And yeah, maxed out clutch, everything over 100 for hitting attributes. Again, just another slower player. But if you are a Dodgers fan or you like Miguel Rojas, there you go. Addison Barger. This card's actually kind of interesting because elite defensive player. He's got some speed. He is maxed out contact, maxed out clutch. Still pretty good power on him too. Left field, right field, third base option right there. So that could be, that could be a little bit of a fun card there. Trey Savage. I don't know how he's going to pitch in this game, honestly. You guys will have to let me know, but obviously in real life, that splitter's nasty, and he was outstanding, all playoffs long. Maxed out, basically hit per 9, K per 9, and pitching clutch, 4-pitch mix, including that splitter that I mentioned before. So you'll have to try him out, see how he is. Max Muncy, big home run. I think it was Game 7 as well. And yeah, similar to Kike, that contact left pretty low, but otherwise he's going to be really good at the plate, honestly. Everything else is pretty much maxed out. Ernie Clement, elite defensive player. Might play him at second base just because of that arm. Basically maxed out speed and steal, maxed out contact, maxed out clutch, maxed out vision. Power, not amazing, but could be a fun card to use, honestly, if you guys want to give him a try. I actually might at some point. Freddie Freeman, looks like kind of your average Freddie Freeman card here. Nothing too crazy right there with Freeman. Getting close to the card I'm very excited about. Bo Bichette is not it, but he's still a very good card. Maxed out contact, maxed out clutch, and pretty good power at 105 there. Vlad Jr. is the card I've been hinting at, and basically maxed out. I mean, he is maxed out 125 across the board for all hitting attributes because vision can at parallel 5 get up to 125. Once you hit P5 as well, you're going to have 75 speed with him. Pretty good. Also going to be a very, very good defensive player. at first base or third base once you guys get some parallels up on him as well. So this is going to be a lot of fun to use. I'm looking forward to taking that Vladdy right into my lineup when I unlock him. And then Will Smith is that final reward. You had that Kirk catching option, Alejandro Kirk card, catching option before. You have this Will Smith, a little bit more speed on this card, obviously. Good defensive player. Good all-around card in Will Smith right there. And then basically to complete the program, basically you just have some of these moments from all of the games. And then the missions right here, you get 20 points for just 1,000 PXP with Dodgers and Blue Jays. Then basically 500 PXP, you get 10 points for players in the program, and then other various, Toronto, LA missions right there to complete it. Now, I also want to go and look at the collection right here and go over this for just a minute. And let's see. So some people might be confused by the two Yamamotos. So basically the first one is going to be a relief pitcher option, 50 stamina, but so pretty similar cards. They're just going to be one is a reliever, the other is a starting pitcher. Here is the relief pitcher, and then that final collection reward is going to be the starting version of him, because that is the World Series MVP card, Yamamoto, starting pitcher, and obviously maxed out stamina, which threw a complete game. He threw however many innings throughout the entire World Series. Definitely deserves that 125 stamina right there, and also that 120 hit per 9. So very, very good cards there. Let me know what you guys think about Yamamoto, how he plays in the game. I'm not sure if I've used him, honestly, very much or at all in this game, so I don't really know how he plays, but let me know down in the comments below. Also, to finish the missions in the program, you guys might just want to do this conquest. It's literally 2 games. You probably can get most of the missions done just from those 2 games, and you get a bunch of premier packs. You get you get 2 premier packs, but then you get a bunch of deluxe packs. Obviously, you will also get hidden rewards along the way, so it's going to be very rewarding. Plus, I do think just a couple games probably will allow you to finish off most of the missions, and then if you guys need a little bit more progress, you also can hop into some moments to finish that off. Something else I just want to touch on too is Finest, because on the 7th and the 11th, we will be getting some 2025 Finest content coming very soon. And on the 7th, it sounds like it might just be the Finest vouchers that we'll have access to, basically trading in for that team's finest player. So like in here, collection, for collecting certain flashbacks and legends, you need 10 of them, 100,000 team affinity points to help you out for each team. For the live series collection for each team, there's a 20,000 team affinity points, collection option in there. For the Color Storm Team Affinity player for PXP, you get 150,000. For the Neon one, you get 50,000. And then obviously some of these other easy PXP missions in here for each of these teams. So those are kind of the things I would focus on if you still need to get up to some of the vouchers for finest cards for whatever teams you still need. So we'll see, but they do kind of make it sound like that the finest voucher collections are really going to be pretty much all that we get on the 7th. And then on the 11th, it looks like we're going to be getting a 2025 finest program, which I would expect more finest players in that. Maybe some other things like a Diamond Quest or a Conquest map. We'll see about that kind of stuff. But I would expect more on the 11th right there. So I should have more videos out when Finest drops. Be on the lookout for those. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate all of you guys for sticking around to the end of this one and watching. See you guys next time. Peace.